This is Cairo, capital of Egypt and largest city on the continent of Africa, where the past and the present mingle in colorful contrast, and the way of life for over 1 million inhabitants is determined by the whims or moods of the Nile, a river which has mothered Egypt since the beginning of time. Historically and geographically, Egypt is divided into two parts, the Delta region, or Lower Egypt, extending from the Mediterranean to Cairo, and Upper Egypt, extending from Cairo to the southern boundary. The Delta region, which is very fertile, consists entirely of land made by the silt deposited from the river. Consequently, this area is the most densely populated, with Cairo as its pivotal center. The numerous bridges which span the Nile as it flows in and around Cairo add greatly to the picturesqueness of the city, and also provide a means of transit for a most interesting conglomeration of traffic. In fact, almost everything that moves on wheels or on foot passes over the main bridges of the Nile in the natural course of an ordinary business day, while the Nile itself flows silently on its way, holding the very destiny of the city in the power of its life-giving waters. In the older sections of Cairo, we find colorful scenes, typical of Oriental life, scenes which never fail to fascinate visitors from the Occident. Cairo today is more Arabian than Egyptian, and consequently it has little in common with the ancient pharaohs who built their pyramids on the desert of Giza long before the foreigners invaded their country. Incidentally, the camel is not a native of Egypt, as is generally supposed, and nowhere in the ancient records of that country is there any evidence, either in writing or pictures, of a camel. Contrasting with the older sections of Cairo are the modern quarters, built after the fashion of French cities. Here we find all the housing innovations of the 20th century and the comforts of home life, comparable with the best in the cosmopolitan cities of the Occident.